What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Bash in Berlin reactions, coming to you just minutes after the show and the main event finished. In between waiting for the press conferences to come on, I am just going to go through my reactions to all the matches and the card tonight. Also, LA Knight on Friday Night SmackDown did defend his US title successfully against Ludwig Kaiser, which was obviously really cool to see him in Germany, in his motherland. I thought it was going to be AJ. Some people thought Shinsuke Nakamura. You know, no bad options to be fair, but Ludwig was the right option. So yeah, that's that for now. But I'm going to get into the card, starting off with where we started off tonight. That being Kevin versus Cody, which I thought was a very, very good match. As all of Cody's defenses have been, you know, the storyline of Cody's title reign hasn't been great. You know, there hasn't been like time really to build up those big feuds because he's doing the consistent matches. You know, Roman had time to build up his feuds because he barely fought, you know. And even when he did fight in the biggest match of his career, maybe, The Rock carried that feud through to Mania with Cody. But yeah, the matches have all delivered, and this one did again. This has been one of my favourite stories, though. I really like the psychology of this match, especially in the end, where we saw Kevin finally snap and go for the injured knee, but then he couldn't hit the apron powerbomb and that. But yeah, we did see Cody retain, which I expected. I predicted as well, because he will likely go through all the way to Mania, at least with this title. But this felt like the first time where I sort of thought, hold on, Kevin could win it. And honestly, I wouldn't have been too annoyed if he did. It would have been an interesting way to go with it. I don't know where they would then take Kevin. I'm not sure if he is a world champion at this point in his career. Maybe not. But I wouldn't have been too annoyed with it. I could have seen it happening. My only grievance is the same thing I have with a lot of Cody matches, is the rolling crossroads. You know, maybe it's an old school thing, but I think most people would agree. One finisher, I think, is so much better than like 3 or 4, you know. When Shawn Michaels kicked out of the Tombstone Piledriver at WrestleMania 25, that was a massive moment because it like never happened before. That's why it was so good. He had to hit another one. Then in other years going forward, he'd hit 2 or 3 and people would kick out, and that killed it for me, you know. And Cody only being able to win a match because he's hit 3 in a row does annoy me. It takes it out of the move. It makes you think it's weak. I mean, I think he didn't take him 3. I think he only did 1 or 2, right? I can't remember the finish, but he didn't do 3 for the finish, thankfully. But I think Kevin kicked out of 2 for nothing. You know, that just annoys me. But yeah, a great match. Other than that, I just wish he would stop doing that. Into the second match, we have Judgment Day, Dom and Liv versus the Terror Twins, which is what they're called. I couldn't remember that in my predictions. I did predict the Dom and Liv, aka Street Trash, great name, thanks Finn Balor, to take the win on this one, to make them seem scary, you know, an actual competition. They didn't win. The Terror Twins did in fact come out on top, even with Judgment Day interference, which seems a bit stupid. I mean, they did look strong, and it was a good match, I guess. Probably the worst of the 5, though. It didn't really impress me. Wait, this wasn't actually. Well, we'll just go with it now. But it was actually the penultimate match on the card, not the second match. Yeah, I think a lot of people agreed with me here that they should have won, but is Rhea now gonna lose at Bad Blood? You know, if Liv defends the title against her, I guess so. I guess Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day, do need a win. Priest versus Balor has got to happen at some point. Does Balor win? I don't know. I would like to say yes, you know, but weird choice. I definitely would have had the Judgment Day win, but that's it for me. The match was okay. Nothing spectacular. Going into the other tag match, that being Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Cargill and Belair. That was a pretty great match as well. I enjoyed that. I really liked Isla Dawn's spot where she like sort of flipped over the ropes for Alba Fire to hit Bianca, I think it was Bianca with a super kick. I thought that was a really cool spot. Personally, that was my standout of the match. And as well, Jade Cargill was just phenomenal, really. She's looking really strong in these matches, which is obviously fantastic. And they did win the titles back after they lost them to them at Clash at the Castle, while never actually being covered, or technically losing the titles themselves. Yeah, they got the titles back, which I predicted because I don't see them splitting yet. They're definitely going to fight at Mania, and it's going to be great. I guess you could build a story up of it always being like Jade sort of carrying Bianca on her back, and she sort of is. She's looking really strong in these matches, which I like because they're building her up really well, and she is a phenomenal, I've said it already, phenomenal athlete and competitor, so that's okay. But yeah, as I expected, that's how that one went, and I do see a feud going on with them later down the line. Who they face for the titles next, I'm not sure. If they get a rematch, cool. Probably not going to be on pay-per-view. We only have 3 pay-per-views left of the year, which seems crazy, but 4 months left, so I guess it's not a tiny amount. Yeah. On to the strap match, which I really enjoyed. It's a weird concept. I thought you just had to touch all 4 corners at some point throughout the match, but you had to do it consecutively, obviously, which was quite cool. And the whole stopping momentum thing, I didn't fully understand. There was a point where Punk and Drew both had 3 out of 3, which was quite cool spot. And it did make Punk really strong when he kept going for the GTS after, you know, he had the match won, basically. Could have just circled the ring and won it, but he kept going for the GTS. And yeah, as I predicted, Punk did go ahead and win the strap match, and he got the bracelet back. Hooray! So they will go on to Bad Blood to probably culminate their feud, as it is 1 each at the minute on the scoreboard. Well, it's more like 4-1 CM Punk with all the things he's been doing to Drew for the past few months, costing him world titles and so what. But yeah, hopefully they'll go on to have a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, which would be great. We've not seen a Hell in a Cell in a while, have we? Feels like, at least. But yeah, that'd be really cool. I did really like the strap match. A better stipulation than I was expecting. I'm glad they made Punk look strong in this one, more than like just getting lucky. You know, he just kept hitting that GTS, and yeah, both men looked really good. What more can I say? Looking forward to their third and probably final match in the third last pay-per-view of the year. We've only got Bad Blood, Crown Jewel, right? And Survivor Series War Games, which is interesting. No TLC. Or do we have TLC? I feel like we don't have TLC anymore. But enough of that. Let's get into the main event, which was a very, very long match, but very, very good. The World Heavyweight title was defended successfully by Gunther against Randy Orton, who was in the red gear, which I do like. I'm looking forward to getting that figure. That should be cool. And big pop for Ludwig Kaiser at the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, doing the Ring General introduction, which I was hoping for just before that happened, and very glad to see that. We saw Gunther pop a smile, and I've not actually mentioned this yet. The crowd was fantastic the whole night. The Mexican wave and Randy getting in on the Mexican wave was really great. You know, we saw the decibel level hit like 110, stuff like that. That must have been a crazy amount of noise. I felt like you couldn't really hear Michael Cole at the beginning of the broadcast, which was pretty mental. But yeah, they were a rowdy crowd, probably all a little bit drunk. But yeah, great match, great psychology with Gunther's arm, obviously, and Orton's always been like that. Both just 2 fantastic wrestlers who, to them, the ring is sacred. You know, if you could have 2 guys epitomize professional wrestling, it might be these 2, you know. they just get it, I suppose. Yeah, fantastic match. I did really think again that Randy could have snagged a win when he put Gunther through the table and hit him on the steps and was targeting his back and his arm. I was, for a minute there, I really thought, okay, yeah, 14th title coming soon. No, it's 15th, isn't it? Yeah, it's 15th, yeah. Because he's tied with Triple H on 14 right now, isn't he? Then he'd just be behind Flair and Cena. But yeah, and I did really like the callback to the story with Orton not fully being beaten by Gunther, or not being beaten by Gunther. That's what it was. So yeah, really great match. Happy for Gunther, obviously. He's having a great reign already, even though it's only his first defense out with house shows. Because he has been defending against Ilya Dragunov like all week. Hopefully we'll see that televised at some point. Bad Blood, maybe? Who knows? Ilya's probably going to be in the IC title picture around that time, so maybe not. Maybe we'll see that at WrestleMania. Maybe it'll be John Cena. We really don't know at this point. You know, we're a long way out, but yeah, really enjoyed this event. I thought the matches were pretty good from top to the bottom. The 2 tag matches weren't, you know, they're obviously, they're in spot 2 and 4 of the card, so they're the designated, like, less hyped up matches. You know, you have a strong start, you have a strong end, and with a 5-match card you generally have a strong middle as well. The 2nd and 4th are like the come down of the 1st match, and again the 3rd match into the 5th match. So that's just the nature of it, but I thought top to bottom it was really good. 4 out of 5 on the predictions. How is it so hard to just get 5 out of 5 one time? Triple H always has one bit of unpredictable booking that is, like, I feel like it just shouldn't be unpredictable. It's unpredictable for a bad reason. You've just chose the wrong guy. Like, why is Bron Breakker losing to Sami Zayn? Why is Chad Gable losing to Sami Zayn? Come on. You know, just stuff like that. But yeah, really enjoyed it. The crowd was phenomenal. As you would be if you're breaking the arena gate receipt, meaning that basically translates to everyone paid a shit ton of money to be in the arena tonight, because that just keeps getting broken, which means the ticket prices just keep going up. But yeah, 2 other things I thought about the ring specifically was the apron. I liked, not the apron, the ring skirt. I liked how the ring skirt was like around the ring, you know, and the black bit at the top was sort of like sitting on it. I don't know if that was just the apron, but it looked like the ring skirt had like folded quite nicely. Also, the Prime bottle in the middle. Why is the M not the WWE logo? It could be wrong way up, like the Miz microphones, or just normal way up and have it like WWE E. You know, they're not going to lose out on much revenue from that, surely. It'd make more sense, and I don't know, maybe it'd look stupid, but I think like it would make a lot of sense for that to be there. But yeah, that's just a little thought I had. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed Bash in Berlin. I'm gonna catch the press conferences now. I think I've missed Cody, but I'll go back and watch that. So yeah, I'll look forward to that, and CM Punk especially, if he's on. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed Bash in Berlin. Let me know what your predictions were and how well you did in the comments below. Also, let me know any video suggestions or just videos you'd like to see. Really anything. I'm up for it. I'll do it. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.